What is up, Packer fans? Back again. Here we are. Packers won 27-18 against the Cincinnati Bengals at Lambeau Field. It was not the dominating win that I thought it would be, but I also thought that Flacco and those receivers for the Bengals, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, who I think are amazing receivers in this league, I thought with Flacco's throwing ability, they could make some plays, and they started doing that in the second half. First half was not great for them. Obviously, a lot of growing pains for them, but you could see what Flacco can do with those guys in the second half. Obviously, the Packers did get the win, but there was some things to clean up. Obviously, every win has good things and bad things, but the Packers just didn't dominate the way I thought they would. Only one sack, and that came from Lucas Van Ness. Yes, it was down when the Bengals were in the red zone, so it was a good play for Van Ness, but Micah Parsons getting blocked up, or Sean Gary, another game, no sacks. That's 2 in a row now for him. And the Packers offense, making plays, but just not scoring a lot of points and putting themselves in bad positions at bad times. And then, obviously, with the turnover, Jordan Love, that interception he threw, it was like third down, I think, and he was on the run, broken play, should have just thrown it away, take the 3 points. He tried to force it to Dobbs. It got tipped up and then got picked off. Love kept trying to test DJ Turner, and Turner was like one of the only Bengals players besides Stone who ended up with the interception, but Turner's the one that tipped it. Turner made a lot of plays for the Bengals defense, so I don't know why Jordan Love kept trying him. I wish he would have stayed away from him, but the interception, definitely something that needed to be cleaned up. Jordan Love, we thought he was past those types of plays. Obviously, trying to make a play there, forced it, and it got picked. Should have been 3 points for the Packers. And then at the end of the game, he took a sack with like 3 minutes to go. I didn't love that. I know they blitzed, that was Stone that blitzed on the safety again, but that was the first sack for the Bengals all day game. I think they should have been running the ball at that time anyway. I don't know why they were throwing it there. They ended up having a nice throw after that to Golden, which was a good play, but I don't know, taking the sack there, another play that I think Jordan Love would like to have back. And then when he ran the ball, I think it was 2nd and 7 right before the 2-minute warning. He could have got the first down. He didn't, and it ended up being 2nd and 7 after the 2-minute warning then. 3rd and whatever it was, 3rd and 2, I think, after the 2-minute warning. I don't think they got it, then they had to kick the field goal. It just kind of kept the game in range still for the Bengals to try to make plays. If he would have got that first down there, it would have just kind of ended it at that point. Yes, I know the Bengals had a few timeouts, but I think the Packers could have probably ran the clock after that and just won the game instead of having to play some defense. The Bengals tried to kick a field goal, and then we're going to go for the onside kick, but they missed the field goal. So ended up going in the Packers' favor, but was still too close for comfort. I mean, it was, 17-10 with 10:43 left in the fourth quarter, and then 18-24 with 4:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. So way too close, and then obviously we won 27-18. But the Packers, the way they played in the first half, they should have dominated. That second half drive by the Bengals, 10 minutes and a few seconds. I don't know how long the kickoff took, but it was over 10 minutes for the drive, like 70-something yards, I think. But they ended up scoring on 4th down and goal for 4th and 4 from the 4. So scoring on 4th down, I think on the play where he's got the touchdown, there was a illegal contact by the Packers, so it would have been 1st down anyway, even if he didn't catch it. So for Green Bay, just not a great drive for the defense coming out after halftime, not being able to stop the Bengals offense. Obviously, you got to give it up to the Bengals and Joe Flacco and the receivers and everybody, but they were able to run the ball a little bit. Chase Brown got going, P. Ryan got going, and just those piles moving at the end. I know that the Packers have been training to knock the ball out and force fumbles, but they haven't forced one fumble this entire season, and guys keep getting extra yards because they're not just making the tackle. And then 2 interceptions on the season. Not a lot of interceptions, obviously 1 sack, like I said, but just not the turnovers you thought this halfway defense would get, especially after all the turnovers last year. I know they come in bunches. I kind of thought they would happen this game if we played Jake Browning. We ended up playing Joe Flacco. He had 2 touchdowns, had a pretty good game for him this season. I know Jordan Love ended up with 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Josh Jacobs played an excellent game, 18 carries, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. Emmanuel Wilson didn't really get going the way he has been. Matthew Golden, his best game, 3 catches, 86 yards, but he also had 16 yards on the ground, over a 100-yard day for the rookie. Really exciting to see him kind of continue to develop. I thought he had more grabs than 3, but he made some big catches. The one over the shoulder grab, and then the one deep one on, I think that was third down after the sack, the deep ball that he threw, that Jordan Love threw to him on the crosser. So really exciting to kind of see his growth. Obviously, Romeo Doubs, kind of that wide receiver number 1. He had 5 catches, 55 yards. Jacobs, 5 catches, 57 yards out of the backfield. Wicks, 2 catches, 15 yards. I want to see him get going a little bit more. Tucker Kraft played well. His run after the catch, 2 catches, 43 yards and a touchdown. But the run after the catch on that second grab he had, where he just kind of barreled to the end zone, wasn't going to be stopped. I mean, he really makes these smaller and undersized corners and safeties tackle him. He's like, I'm not going to just go down like most guys do. I'm going to make you tackle me every single time. And I love that about Tucker Kraft. So he got the touchdown. That was Jordan Love's only touchdown of the day. And it was mostly yards after the catch for Kraft. So, the playmakers, Doubs, Kraft, Golden, and Jacobs really carried the offense today. Jordan Love making plays with his feet. He had more rushing yards than Emmanuel Wilson. Jordan Love ended up with 26 yards on the ground. And no points before the half. So the Packers were driving before the half. They just stalled out. They couldn't even get in field goal range. Obviously, with the young new kicker, with McManus being injured, they didn't really want to force it. But I still just need to see more points out of this Green Bay offense. This should have not been as close as it was. And the fact that it was a one-score game twice, 2 different times in the fourth quarter, means that it was just too close, and the Packers need to do more on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, they played pretty good, swarming for the tackles. Nixon, I don't think he can X off Jamar Chase and the Bengals on his little chart that he has this week. He pretty much got burned by Jamar Chase. And I don't know why. If you're playing coverage against Chase and Higgins with Flacco at quarterback, and you know that you got the pass rush of Parsons and Lucas Van Ness and Rashawn Gary and the guys in the middle, Cooper and Walker coming in too. If you know you got the pass rush, I would always be playing defensive back for the back shoulder fade route. I wouldn't be playing so much for him getting time to burn me deep, because he's just not going to have time. And knowing Flacco's going to try to get rid of it because he's older, he's going to want to get rid of it quicker, and Parsons is coming. So so I don't know why he kept getting burned on those back shoulder fades. I really just, obviously Chase is an excellent receiver, probably number 2 to Justin Jefferson in the league as far as top receivers go, but still, to continuously get burned on those back shoulders, especially the one in the end zone. I mean, he had good position on that one. Probably was illegal contact, didn't get called, but they probably let it slide because he caught it and got the touchdown. But some other plays he made where Nixon just was out of position as well on those back shoulders. Carrington Valentine made a really good play on Jamar Chase, and then did the gritty on him. So kind of funny, but then the next play, Carrington was not on him, and he burned Nixon for the touchdown. So, a lot of ups and downs in this game. The Packers definitely need to grow a little bit in a lot of different areas. The defense played better, but just no turnovers, 1 sack, just not a lot of production from them where you needed it. Then 10-minute drives are unacceptable. You can't let Joe Flacco go for 10 minutes on you. But the Packers' offensive line, they got everybody back. They got Zach Tom back at right tackle. He did miss a block on one of those runs. Jacobs got swallowed up. But, the right guard, they rotated Jordan Morgan. They put Sean Ryan, kind of switched them back and forth. Morgan is playing really good at that right guard position. Center, Elkin Jenkins, he's just a dog. He's amazing at center. And then at left guard, we got the Aaron Banks back. He was nice to see out there. And then, obviously, left tackle, Rasheed Walker, a guy, 7th-round pick out of Penn State, just holding down the left side at tackle, a guy that's probably going to get paid a lot of money to keep playing left tackle for the Packers. It's just kind of remarkable to see, because he came in as a tackle out of Penn State, didn't really play a lot his rookie year, and then kind of all that Bakhtiari and Yash stuff went away, and then Rasheed went in, stepped in, and just took over and has solidified that spot. So really exciting to see how he's kind of grown and developed into that, solid figure at that left tackle position. Obviously, we know how important the left tackle spot is for this Packers team and all teams in the NFL. So, but for the Packers now, this win means that they're 3-1-1. We'll see how it goes in the division throughout the week. We do go into Arizona next week against the team who's dealing with some injuries. I know Kyler was out, and I know Marvin Harrison went out, but we'll do an update, do a video on them. Check in and get the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go Pack Go. Another big victory. Should have been a bigger victory, and we should probably be 5-0, but we're 3-1-1, and it's good enough for now. So go Pack Go. Thank you guys for watching.